When I have a chart consisting of many elements, I might want to go directly to a specific element and editing its format. To do this, if I click on the chart tools open. But if I then click, for example, on the background, it will select the background, or if I click on some element of the labels of a data set, it will select them all. Or if I click a second time, it selects just one, or if I click on a cone, it selects all the data sets. Or if I click on an axis, it selects all elements of the axis, etc. Sometimes it will be hard for me to select exactly what I want, or I'm not sure what to select. In this case, what I have to do is, to the left of the Layout tab, we have the current selection. That is, what have we selected? The floor. Here I have a drop-down menu where I could select by name any of the elements that we have seen. For example, we are going to select rent to see it in a good way. So we have selected the 4 red cones at the same time. At this point, when I have already selected a given element, is when I have an additional Format tab in which I can control all the fill colors, change the style of the lettering, etc. A whole several of formatting elements that on many occasions might be useful. For example, drawing one shape and not another. For example, red and not yellow. And in this case we will make it green. These are the cases where it might be useful to go to one of these options. Or even if it transpires that I want to highlight one of them in particular, for example, if I click here it selects the whole data set, but if I click a second time on one in particular, this time it only selects this one. In this case, I might want to highlight that this point is the only one that decreases in the whole set. So maybe I want to fill this one, in this case in red, to highlight this circumstance and refer to it in the report that I am drafting in parallel to the presentation of this chart. In short, this is a series of possibilities that we have, both going to the format tools or operating on the element itself. I can always control a little bit with the mouse, for example, stretching the ends or the position of the elements, etc. I can always have a certain level of control over the behavior of the chart, its representation and final presentation.